Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
For the battle fought to be won.
Greetings, Mental Maniacs. This is Don Whaler from Sacred. You are listening to Outlaw Nation.
Feeling so enclosed, superior in this world, breaking down all the sides. Poison fills the mind, walking through this fire, making rage transpire, feeling out of myself, shattering the shell. I think I made the devil cry. Think I made the sun go high. I'm raging with my bloodshot eyes of mine, of mine, of mine, of mine. Shaken with redemption, but still seems like a trap. Fueling with cruel intentions, surfing this red tide, swimming with this emptiness, but floating on my pride. This may be a bumpy ride, and I ain't gonna hide. I think I made the devil cry. Think I made the sun go high. I'm raging with my bloodshot eyes. I think I made the devil cry. Think I made the sun go high. I'm raging with my bloodshot eyes of mine. As this comes to a close, does anyone really know? As this comes to a close,
Oh, did they?
Hi, this is Jeff James.
And
Yeah.
this is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw
weird ending,
Radio.
man. I like that ending.
It comes up pretty suddenly.
It does. Everything comes suddenly.
Yes, that's
Oh.
what she said.
Yeah,
too
here we
soon.
go already.
I didn't tell
Hi,
you,
this is
man.
Jeff
My
James.
bad. I meant
And
to hit
this is
one.
Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Yeah. Outlaw Radio, baby. Sunday night.
That's right. It's a nice night. The weather's finally really nice. Finally.
It's beautiful out. It's not blistering hot.
It's been like 8 months since it's been nice. But now we're here and everybody's complaining about the heat. I love it. You can't
Yeah,
ever satisfy anybody.
The best part, Jim, is that we're going to have July and August, and then summer will be over.
Yeah.
It's going to go so fast, man.
I was looking outside last night at 9:30 and it was still dusk. It wasn't totally dark. Can you imagine that going?
Yeah.
9:30 p.m. It's still kind of light outside, going to 5 o'clock p.m. total darkness. You know, that's 4 hours. I hope they get rid of that daylight savings time.
Oh, they should
crap.
for sure. So I want to say welcome to Tracy, Janine, Lizabelle, Bell, Fast Ridge Band, Matt Guka, and Susie Lilly
Hi, Susie.
in the house.
Yes.
Very cool. All right, so welcome back. Last show of June. It's been blistering hot, like we said. It's been an incredible few weeks, though. Lots of work going into our little enterprise gym.
Yeah, there is. We're doing more stuff as we go, trying to boost things and get more advertisements out
Yep.
and stuff. You got to do that. You have to.
So we're in the advertising ring right now. We're doing a lot of advertising for the show and putting a lot of stuff together. Well, tonight we have a really good one tonight. Tonight's show, we have James Warr from the UK. We also have Henry Stads coming in from the band Stadler from Cleveland, which is cool. And Jim, yes, these are live interviews.
Yes, they are.
We also have music by Another Dead Rock Star, The Rising Fall, Unsatisfied, Mr. Moonlight, High Early, which you heard first, My Cleveland Project, which you also heard at the start of the show, Damaged Inc., and we're going to do a special drop by, I think off the top of my head, Fast Rich.
Good one.
Okay. And we're starting to see some really big numbers, which I'm really happy about. We're also doing the Shenane, which he's going to talk about liberals and the different demographics of liberals. And then in his rant, Jim, what are you going to talk about in your rant?
Now we're going to just briefly, talk about the controversy with the Supreme Court Justice Brown Jackson. I forget her first name there, but a lot of people aren't really thrilled about what's going on with her, especially with the auto pen issue. And
Yeah.
and did Biden really even know that she was nominated to be on the court?
No, he had no idea what was going on.
Well, that's what we're talking about. We're not going to go in
Okay.
great detail, and it's not a real lengthy bit either.
All right, well, we're also going to talk about the rise of social media, the ghost in the machine. And part of that is going to be about the CIA and some of the other stuff. Hey, James, I see you down there in the green room, and I know you could see me. And I have you on mute, okay, so we can't hear you right now. But in about 15 minutes, we're going to be bringing you on the show, okay? So just hang tight. You hear me fine? I know you can. All right, there you go.
Good.
All right, so, Jim, are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready to rock it tonight?
I didn't put a seatbelt on my chair like I wanted to. It gets kind of rough in here every once in a while.
All right, well, here we go.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? So last night, I went incognito and saw Crypt Kicker.
Yes, you did.
Killer show.
I was going to go, but I decided to go see Colleen and Ricochet at the backstage at Mam's Corner, MAMMS. Actually, it's Cam's Corner, but I misspelled it on my post.
He also put up another post where it was just his chin and neck
I didn't make
weird
I didn't,
music playing in the background. I was like, what the hell is this?
I did that like 3 times too. I had to delete 3 posts right away on my Facebook page because I don't know what I'm doing.
Jim was so excited he didn't even realize the camera wasn't facing the band.
It was facing
It was
me.
facing him.
At least I wasn't picking my nose
That
or
was
anything
fantastic.
like that.
No, it was great, Jim. Man, so many people here. Hello to everyone.
Yes.
Hello, Matt Guka, man. Yeah, the Ghost and Machine is
Janine here?
it's insanity. Yeah, Janine Spring is here.
We got to get her on the show. I tell you, I love that girl. She's just always here. Such a good person.
You hear that, Janine?
Yeah.
We'd like to bring you on the show on a Thursday and do a pop-in if you like. Let us know if you're available this Thursday or any Thursday at your choosing.
And we'll just just a little bit of a chat here, what you're doing, and nothing serious or anything, but we definitely want you on because you're one of the good ones.
Yeah, we like you a lot. Jim likes the blondes. That's what it's all about. He knows you got that blonde hair.
I like brunettes too.
He likes redheads as well, and girls with black hair, and bald girls. What about the girls with blue hair? Do you like those ones, Jim?
Only on Halloween.
Yes, no blue-haired girls. All right, at the top of the hour, you heard High Early. They're working with Eddie Temeko over at AudioWorks on their album, and that's how I found them, Jim.
Yeah.
Eddie played them for me, and he was like, you got to put these guys on. They're from Cleveland. So we played them at the top of the hour. We also played My Cleveland Project, She Don't Like It.
She don't like it.
They're actually in the studio. I'm not sure if it's tonight, but they're in the studio tracking a new song that Renee's singing on
Oh, good.
that Micah wrote.
Oh, okay.
So they got that going on.
Wait, Micah, is that her
Her son that
her
plays
son?
guitar.
Yeah, okay. She wrote this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So Janine Springs said, let me check my calendar.
Okay, good.
Yeah, doesn't her picture look super cute?
If you're available, you're on.
All right, so Ohio.
I think so.
All right, here's the news for you guys. Ohio saw a crazy 24 hours of rain, flooding, an earthquake, and 2 tornadoes. And that was like last week. Isn't that nuts?
Ohio, 2 tornadoes?
Yeah, and an earthquake.
Where was that? In Ohio?
Yeah.
I heard there was one in where did we bomb lately? Didn't they have
Iran had a tornado.
No, they had an earthquake. That's right. Do you believe that's an earthquake? How
No, that was that was probably like 30 tons of dynamite.
But seriously, did you
Or
hear about
nuclear
that?
testing underground. That also shows
coincidentally-
up on the seismograph.
Yeah, just coincidentally, a few days after the big bomb.
The bunker buster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? All right, so
Some people wanted us to fail so bad in that they just hope that Trump totally loses it and it's a total failure. They hate him so bad they want bad things to happen to the country. I love that.
I saw a liberal judge demanded that we go back to war with Iran. Did you see that? All right, Jim, I got one for you. Have you ever been to the Crazy Horse Saloon on Brook Park?
I think so.
It's a wonderful place. Far corner of Brook Park Road. It's blue collar. They have a new rock and roll theme going on there.
It's not a girl bar, is it?
Oh, you mean like a lesbian strip
Oh,
club?
no, I mean like a stripper bar.
It's a strip club.
Oh, it is. Okay, that is the one that
Jim's a member
It's been
there.
like 30 years since
He's got a
I've been
card.
there.
All right. Also,
So what about it again? I'm sorry.
they have a rock and roll, new rock and roll menu and a whole rock and roll theme.
Oh.
That's why I brought it up, because it has something to do with music.
Oh, okay.
Not that we go there.
Okay. I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Also in the
Can't
news,
hurt.
this crazy thing, 100.7 had this thing going on Thursday, and I wanted to bring it up on the show. I wanted to call into the show, but I didn't have a chance to. Damn, Angela's blowing us up. You see all those posts? I see you, Angela. You could stop posting now. Okay, because we hear that in our feed. Do you hear that, James, every time that posts?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Also, so WMMS had this thing on their afternoon show. It was about chivalry is dead as a topic. And the story was there was this woman that got on the bus. Now, she got on the bus. She was not handicapped. She was not pregnant. She wasn't in distress at all, okay? She gets on the bus, and the bus is full. And everybody's sitting in the seats. And she got online and posted like crazy, chivalry is dead, because when she got on the bus, no dudes got up and gave them her seat, or gave her a seat to them, or whatever. I can't speak. You know what I mean.
Well, what happened?
Yeah, she wrote chivalry is dead, and she's mad at men because nobody gave up their seat. She couldn't understand why men in 2025 wouldn't give up their seat. I'll tell you why. Because it's equality now, man, right?
Yeah.
They wanted equality. They wanted same rights as men. They wanted to be in the workforce. They wanted to be included. So there was no exclusion, right? So they're upset because men aren't giving up their seats.
Well, they're not all like that. Some women are good, and
Yeah, I'm not giving up my seat. If I'm sitting on the bus and the chick
I
comes
might.
on, I'm not.
well, if
She
it was,
can stand just like I would
if
stand.
it was an older lady or
Well,
an
that's what
older
I'm saying.
guy,
If
I
it's-
would do that.
If she's elderly or she's handicapped or pregnant, of course I'm getting out of my seat. But if she's my age and she gets on the bus and she looks at me like, why aren't you giving up your seat? I'm a woman, right? I'm gonna be like, get bent. Stand like I stand.
Have you ever had the opportunity when you're in a bus and you're sitting down and there's a nice lady standing right next to you? Do you ever say, hey, you could sit on my lap if you want? I don't mind. Why not? How can
No,
that hurt?
I've never tried that one.
I think I'm going to get on RTA this week just to try that.
All right, I'm going to try this
Probably
one.
end up in jail or something.
I'm going to do this one. I'm going to be like, I'm cleaning the spot for you to sit down.
Oh,
You can sit on my face.
Oh, that's terrible.
He didn't offer me a seat. He offered me to sit on his face. He's disgusting.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so just wanted to let you know, Jim, admission is 18 and over, and the ladies are topless.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. Also in the news, Ohio singer-songwriter Brent Kirby, who you know,
Yes.
released his 4th studio album.
Yes, he did.
Cleveland punk band Whatever are going to release a new album in nearly 25 years. That's a long time.
What band again?
Whatever.
Whatever is a punk band?
Whatever.
We got to go listen to that.
It's like who's on first. Whatever. And then Mushroom Heads, Dr. F released new music and an art book. An art book.
Whatever that means.
I'm not sure what that means.
In an art book.
And that's my news for you today.
Well, that's very good.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a song. And while we're playing that song, I'm going to get set up for James because he's in the green room, and we're going to bring him on. So he doesn't have to wait forever. And with a show of fingers, what time is it in the morning there?
It's like one or something.
It's like
2 or 3.
2 or 3 in the morning.
It's like 6 hours difference, I think, roughly.
All right, so here's a new song for you guys. This band is called Showdown, and this song is called Saddle Up the Truck. Check this song out.
The Showdown.
The Showdown.
She's all gussied up and raring to go. Needs a little backseat rodeo. Got her hair all did, wearing cowgirl boots. Just needs a country boy to make 'em scoot. The girl, she's ready to rock, so get ready to roll, roll, roll. Saddle up the truck, shine your bell buckle. 2-step out the door, it's time to find some trouble. Get them tires spinning, kicking up some dust. Shut the barn door and saddle up the truck. Saddle up. She's all fired up and jumping the gun. Needs a little hayloft, hit and run. Got her 2 tight jeans and she's ready to move. Just needs a good old boy to set the mood. That girl, she's ready to rock, so get ready to roll, roll, roll. Saddle up the truck, shine your bell buckle. 2-step out the door, it's time to find some trouble. Get them tires spinning, kicking up some dust. Shut the barn door and saddle up the truck. been raring to go. Needs a little backseat rodeo. Got her hair all did, wearing cowgirl boots. Just needs a country boy to make 'em scoot. That girl, she's ready to rock, so get ready to roll, roll, roll. Saddle up the truck, shine your bell buckle. Two-step out the door, it's time to find some trouble. Get them tires spinning, kicking up some dust. Saddle up the truck, shine your bell buckle. Two-step out the door, it's time to find some trouble. Get them tires spinning, kicking up some dust. Shut the barn door and saddle up the truck.
Saddle up.
That was a short but sweet one. What was that, like 2.5
Showdown, man.
minutes or something? That was a good
settle up
length.
the truck.
Good job on
Let me look and
length.
see what the time was. It was
It's-
3 minutes and 5
That's
seconds.
perfect.
It's
like
perfect.
6-7 minute songs, folks. Try to keep. Don't send.
You know
those
what,
to
Jim?
us.
Next time I look for a song, I'm going to look for like a 10-minute banger.
No. What for?
Just for you.
Yeah.
Like, we got 10 minutes
I
off,
could, I
man.
could go take a shower or
I
something.
thought you were going to say something else.
Oh yeah.
Shower. Okay, here we go. All right, so I want to welcome to the show James Warr. Let me get him all set up here for you guys. We had him on not long ago, but he was on with two other people. One that fell asleep and didn't get to see the show, and then the other guy was on the show and he had a lot to say. So we're bringing back James Warr. Welcome to the show from the United Kingdom, Mr. James Warr. Welcome.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
We're
Good
fantastic.
evening. We're so happy that you're here tonight,
Yeah, me too.
and you're looking good and you're sounding good. So that it's a good start. That's for sure. Some of the people get on
Thanks
there's
very much.
distortion, and you see.
Yeah,
Oh,
you sound
really?
Good. And you're from the United Kingdom, so you're way over across the pond, man.
I am, mate. I've had a busy weekend watching Glastonbury.
Oh wow, we're gonna have to hear all about it, man.
Oh,
'Cause,
it's
we
been
have no
great.
idea. We have no idea what that means.
Yeah. Remember that.
Oh,
Is that a soccer team? Or is
No,
that
a Glastonbury.
riots?
It's a festival, big festival.
Oh, okay. With
cool.
tons of music, apparently.
Yeah. A lot of music. I think from the States we had Neil Young,
Oh,
Rod Stewart tonight, and
Oh, Glastonbury Festival. The Glastonbury.
Glastonbury.
Festival. I got you.
Yeah,
I know what that is.
yeah.
okay. I did
So
hear
if,
about that too.
Yeah, it's been great. It's amazing. So the whole weekend's been taken up with watching great artists. You know, it's really
Oh,
good.
that's great. Because I know they have the
Yeah.
Donington Music Festival too. Have you heard of that one, Jim?
Yeah,
Donington.
yeah.
I think I have. So, what city was this festival in?
It's in the West Country, which is you know the shape of England down the bottom.
Kinda.
Okay.
It's not up north
yeah,
in
it's good.
Liverpool, huh?
No, in the West
Oh.
Country. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So how are you guys? All right?
We're doing
We're
great.
fantastic,
Yes.
man. It's summertime. You can't ask
Yeah,
for
good.
better weather right now. And
And,
you know, I
and
know
the
it was
show
a
is
little-
doing good.
show's doing really well. We're working
Good,
on
mate.
advertising, and
Good.
you know, we wanted to get to the point where once we were a show for like 6 months and really get it down
Yeah.
and know how to produce the show, and
Uh-huh.
start having shows more than one or two in a row that are actually good, and then we start doing some
Yeah.
advertising. So
Yeah,
we're
the
in
thing is, it's
advertising hab right now.
It's a slow business, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
you've got to get your rhythm and see what
For sure.
happens.
For
Yeah.
sure. It's the same as, like being a musician. Like I talk to you all the
Oh
time.
man.
Let
Yeah,
me ask you this
yeah.
question. Are you still looking for a manager?
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, I've kind of decided to kind of stay independent. I think as regards labels, but especially because
Best to do it yourself sometimes.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean the only problem is with America, it's a long because of the time difference and it's a long way away. You kind of need someone there to take care
Yes.
of things. Do you know what I mean?
All right, well, let's say this to everybody out there listening, and besides listening right now, they'll be watching the show. James Warr from the United Kingdom has fantastic music.
That's right.
He's looking for representation in the United States. If there's anybody out there that would like to help him, I would love to do it, but we are so busy with the show.
Yeah, no, I get it, man.
I manage this guy, and he's a handful.
Oh, do you? Oh, I can imagine.
I don't know if you really call it management. It's more like friendship help.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mean like looking after someone that's not very well in every aspect? You know what I mean?
So what was the...
Sorry, Jim.
I can't remember the name of the company that you were with in the United States.
I was with Greenleaf.
Yeah, thank you so much. Greenleaf Entertainment.
Yeah.
And then you left them, and since you left them, you haven't had representation, huh?
No. I've spent the last year, probably about 8 months, just recording. I finished an album, and I'm now started another one. But I'm kind of like not releasing it as an album, just releasing song after song after song.
Good idea.
And then I think I'll give it a go, and then I'm gonna put some vinyl together, and then sell it as a via YouTube or TikTok or something like that, and see what happens. Because we all know we can't make money out of Spotify anymore.
No, you can't. And you know what I think is CDs are making a comeback.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So printing off those CDs and selling them.
I think that exactly. I think CDs and vinyl, and if you can get like a little online shop, and you're being played on a few radio stations, that's it's a start.
Yeah, for sure. And we play the hell out of you on this show, and we play you on
I know you do
Star Radio, and we're starting, and our fan base is growing. So I was telling Jim the other day, we're being played a lot in the United Kingdom. I'm sorry, United Kingdom,
it's good,
and as well as Ireland. So
I
know Ireland is just right across the way from you.
Oh, it's nothing, mate. Not compared to American distances. It's 100 miles or 200 miles maximum. But no, and the thing is, it grows. Actually, because like people like you are playing my song a bit more, or my songs a bit more, I've watched my Spotify go up and up and up, so that the monthly, the weekly or monthly viewers or listeners, or what I'm called, is increasing all the time, which is great.
Yeah,
we're still not.
You probably get the printout of all the different countries, right?
Yeah. So obviously, predominantly UK. And then it's America and Europe, but that's hence the reason for maybe looking for someone to look after me in America, because it's a continent away, isn't it? It's such a big place, and you can't. I don't have the contacts in America, so England it is.
All right.
At the moment.
Well, guys out there, this guy's a good dude. He needs representation in the United States. If you could. Get a hold of him. You can get a hold of him through me, Outlaw Radio, or how can they, let's do it now. Normally at the end of the show I do it, but how can they find you and get a hold of you?
Well, I guess just find me on Facebook or TikTok, or and then, they can message me direct on there, can't they?
All right, cool. All right,
That's
so
probably the best thing.
Tell me about the new album, since you brought it up that you have a new album.
Did I give you? Did I? I mean, I played you. I think you Shut Down. I think you've been playing.
Yep.
The Road. The album is called The Road.
Well, that's my favorite song.
Yeah, I know it is. I'm glad you like that one
tonight.
Yeah, great. So that's the next one that's coming out, which will be in a couple of weeks' time. And then I've got a couple of up-tempo ones, and I've just been working with a new female singer as well, which is fantastic.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because I don't normally do it, but I just thought, you know what? And I found this girl who's fantastic, and we were in the studio last week. We just finished a track. We just got to mix it and master it, and then because I've been writing quite a lot, I kind of thought, well, do you know what? Just get the song and then get it recorded, because otherwise I end up with 10 or 12 songs on the go, and it's all a bit disjointed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like to just get the song, get it recorded, get it out, and then move on to the next one. So I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, you got to do it, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, and if you go by what Mark Berry tells us, it's every 8 weeks.
Yeah.
That's how
I don't know what. I don't know how. I think the key to it as well is if you've got, like, say for example, if you've got 15 or 20 songs on Spotify, then it's just kind of like a bit of a domino effect. It kind of grows on its own a little bit more, But when you start out and you've got one or two songs, you feel guilty because you keep trying to promote those two songs all the time. Whereas if you've got like a bigger catalogue, it feels more natural to go, oh no, I'm going to promote that one this week, and I can go back to videos and post those again, and just keeps yourself, keeps you interested as well as your audience, hopefully,
Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you have Reverb Nation for your music? Do you use that platform?
No, I don't. No, I use just DistroKid.
All right, so I think you should go on Reverb Nation, sign up for an account, and then upload some of your music there. You can make where it's download only, or you could sell it on that platform as well. But that's a thing that a lot of American bands have.
Oh, do they?
There's a lot of European bands, but mostly
American. I've heard of it.
I think you should be on there.
Okay.
What platform?
Yeah, I'll have a look.
What platform did you say you were on? Did you say disco.com or?
No, DistroKid.
Distro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But maybe I'll have a look at that.
I just joined disco.com. It's a pretty good
what's
platform. Well, you just put all your songs on it. That Mark Berry told me, to do that. Go to sign up for disco.com. It costs a monthly charge, and it's great. You could go to my page, and the songs all play automatically. Every one that you have on that site, it's really easy to play all the songs, and that's what he wanted me to play. And I guess a lot of people are using disco.com.
Yeah.
So what it is basically is it's a platform like Reverb Nation would be. You have a page, but you can upload your full catalog into it. And then a lot of the industry people that are looking for music for like commercials, TV, video games, anything, songs, whatever, will go to that catalog platform and listen to music that way. And they can look it up by genre just like they could on Reverb Nation, but it's more of a platform that a lot of industry people are going to go to. Reverb Nation's more for like music, and then you could also use it to put your songs on there and sell your music as well as other merch and stuff. But another one too is, are you on SoundCloud?
No, I'm not. No, right. I'm terrible at all this stuff.
Yeah, SoundCloud is another one where you could upload your music, and that's a real good one. I have that for my music. I just don't do a lot with it, but we actually have some of our shows on there, Jim.
Oh, I did not know that either.
Yeah. There you go, Jim.
Another one. Yeah, there's something.
So Jim, do you still do the Spotify as well? DistroKid. Do you have a normal distributor as well as doing the disco thing?
Hey, could I handle this question for you?
Yeah.
Since I'm the manager. All right. So what we did was we set up his platform through Reverb Nation. Reverb Nation is the platform that collects his royalties, and then we set it up to like I think 10 or 12 different platforms like Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Deezer,
Facebook too.
So it's in all those platforms. So when his music streams on those other sites, the royalties go through Reverb Nation, and that's how we.
Okay, right.
Yeah. But then he also has this disco one too.
I might be up to 17 cents right now.
Yeah,
I know. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Yeah, you think you're doing all right. You go, that's got 2,000 plays that, and then you look at it and it's like $1.50.
I have a drummer that I owe him like 17 cents right now.
Yeah, that's
just
fantastic.
You better pay.
Yeah. So all the music that goes on Rockstar Radio Underground on the Angelina's thing is when you upload a song, you have to have the artwork. So bands have to have the artwork. You have to have the title of the album, the year of it, the artist's name, and the song. And when that plays on that channel, once you have all those things in place and it's uploaded correctly, you get paid on that. But you're only getting 19 cents per play.
Yeah.
So
we're never going to be rich, are we?
Not that way.
You'd have to
start doing the CDs. Everybody's going back to CDs, I think.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, CDs, vinyl, and playing gigs. than touring, to make money. That's the way it has to be,
All right, so the song that we're gonna play tonight is "The Road," and
yeah, great.
And I also want to apologize to you. It took a long time to get you back on the show. We were just so booked up. But
That's all right, mate. Don't worry.
I wanted to get you on after we had that the British invasion thing, and
yeah.
I realize now that we can't put 3 people on at the same time. It's too hard to go back and forth.
We all talk too much, don't we?
Yeah. Paul's a talker,
oh man,
Paul did a good job. Are you good friends with Paul? Or do you just
No, not really. Not really.
You knew
I follow him. Yeah, I see him about. I see his music around and stuff. But he's a hardworking guy.
Yeah, he really is. He posts a lot every day. He's really
every day
trying to get it done.
All right, I got
two
more Go ahead.
Go on.
I have 2 more questions for you. The one question is kind of like a political thing, and I'm not sure how much you could talk about politics stuff being in the UK because I watch the news, and it's not like you can't really say anything, man. Is it really Is it really like that?
No. Well, I think I can say whatever I like.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that.
They can come and knock if they want, but no, they're very anti us, anti people talking about freeing Palestine, and you can't criticize Israel, obviously, but that's everywhere in the world, I think. But British people don't really take to being governed by dictators, so I don't think it'll last very long.
Yeah, that's what I told Jim the other day. I think that there'll be riots, man.
Oh, they will, yeah.
Aren't they training right now? They have a location where they built this fake city to train the police force, how to deal with riot control and stuff like that. Did you hear about that?
I think there are places. Yeah, I think there are places like that. But we love a riot in England.
Oh, they're used to fighting, man.
Yeah,
you guys have
are.
beat the hell out of each other all the time. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have peace, but the world is a very dangerous place at the moment, isn't it?
Yes, it is. There's so much
very
fighting
scary,
going on everywhere, man.
Oh man.
All right, so let me ask you this question. We talked about it a little bit about the new album coming out. I would like you to tell our audience, because after our interview here in a few minutes, we're going to play the song "The Road." It's my favorite song, guys. And what I'd like you to do is tell me about that song and the inspiration, the lyrics, and what that song means to you.
Well, that song actually is written from an older man's viewpoint, which that's me, and it's looking at young people. When I have grandchildren, and I look at them, and I just think, you just got to do what you want to do. Don't play the game where you feel like you've got to give your life to somebody else, and just live your life. Make your own choices, and just take your road, and just go and do it. Don't try and spend your life trying to please people, and that's predominantly what it's about. And it's written for my grandchildren, really, and that's it. There's so I love it. I love that song because it kind of it means a lot to me. I always try and write songs that whatever I'm thinking at the time, good or bad, happy or sad, and then just try and get the message across to myself. But you know what it's like when you write songs, people always interpret it how they want to interpret it, which is great. I think it should be like that, I think, what's that famous song? I can't remember what the song is, when it says, we kissed the light fandango.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's like from the 60s or something. You know it, Jimmy.
I know that song, yes.
Yeah. And they asked the guy in the band, what was it about? And he said, I haven't got a clue, man. I don't know.
Oh, really?
It just sounded good.
Yeah, you ever heard the song My Sharona? Nobody knows what that's about either. That's
exactly, funny. But sometimes that's the way it should be, You write a lyric and think, well, why did I write that? You think, it doesn't matter. Someone will figure it out,
Hey, man.
So that's what it's about.
That song has a line in it. I'm not sure if I get this right or not, but somewhere along the line, like, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's that line in
So
that song.
Yeah, so do it your way. That's
Yeah.
basically it. You know, do it. Just ignore everybody else and live your life how you want to live it, and just do it your way. You know what they say when you were kids. Your parents always used to say that you only learn by your mistakes. You know, you make mistakes. That's how you learn.
It
It
reminds
doesn't.
me of Frank Sinatra.
Yeah,
Like, to
yeah,
get
yeah.
my way.
But you know, if you've got children, you say to them, listen, don't do that. Well, they fucking do it anyway, don't they?
Yeah.
Because
That's funny.
they've got to learn, haven't they? And so that's how they learn.
right.
But that's predominantly what the song is. Just do it, and it'll all be all right. You know.
There's I'm not sure if it's a movie or a TV show, but I remember this part, Jim. This will make you laugh, where it's the father and the mother, and they're sitting there, and the little boy's like, "Mommy, check this out," and he's got a cord to plug into the wall, but the cord at the end of it is like cut off. So obviously, if he plugs it in, he's gonna get volted, right? And the mom's like, before the mom goes to say anything, the father goes, "No, wait. Let him find out on his own."
Yeah.
You just see him with this, and the whole house goes black. Oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's it. That's the way it should be, really, isn't it? Eh?
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah.
I have a question.
So listen,
what's your process? Can you just decide today? You wake up and you say, "I'm going to write a song today," and you sit down and write a song.
Yeah.
I just can't do that. I can't force write a song. It just happens out of the blue, and it's amazing with me. I could write a song in 2 minutes. In other songs it takes 6 months to do.
Oh yeah, I'm the same. I've got a couple of songs that are 30 years old that I haven't finished yet.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. And that's
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? But I mean, like The Road, I think I wrote that in about 45 minutes.
Oh, that's pretty cool. The lyrics too,
really quick. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it has so much meaning.
Yeah, I do. I write songs very quickly because of what I've got like a little studio in my garden, and I just go down there. I don't have any equipment, just guitars, and I'll record everything on my phone. So I'll work out the chords and the melody and a line. I might only have one verse, but I'll just record it onto my phone. Then I send it to my friend, and then he gets it all in time for me. And then I take that to the studio, and then I get the drummer in, get the bass player in, and then we just build it like that.
So
it happens very...
You do the basic tracks, like the guitar track and the vocal, and then you send it to your buddy, and then he adds all the other parts.
He just, what my buddy does is he puts it all into time. So it's how do you say it? Like it's computerized then. And then I go back in the studio and we record always live drums, live bass guitar, and then I do all the guitars and keyboards sometimes, and vocals obviously.
Okay.
Oh, very cool.
So, yeah, it's good fun.
So James, where again can they find you, and where can they hear your music?
Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, or YouTube, that sort of thing, or TikTok. Everyone's on TikTok, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are you guys on TikTok?
I'm not on TikTok. I took it off after the Chinese one.
Oh yeah. I think
no, I just didn't. I don't use it.
You guys should advertise your show on there.
That's what I keep hearing. Maybe we'll take a look at that, Jim.
I think we should.
Yeah.
I'll
tell you what.
TikTok.
I think it's more effective than Facebook.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I think it's better.
The company called BVS that's been handling our promos and stuff told us that you can now upload an hour's worth of your show. So maybe we'll do Thursday's show on TikTok. Something to look at.
But you can put little snippets in there, like a couple of minutes or just a funny bit. If you guys have a funny moment, you can put that 30 seconds in there, and then people will look at it and go, "Oh, that's quite cool." And then,
cool.
I think you should definitely look at it. Yeah.
All right, we'll take a look at that. All right, well, I want to thank you, James Warr, from the
Thank
United
you, guys.
Kingdom, coming to Outlaw Radio. We love having you on.
We want you
It's been a pleasure.
Next song.
Yeah, I'd love to come back. I'll tell you what, I'll be back soon.
Good.
All right, we'll
Thanks,
look
guys.
forward to bringing you on. Hey, we'll have you coming on a pop-in because I know our fans really love the hell out of this interview.
Yeah, lovely, brilliant.
All right, very cool. All right, so this is James Warr. This is the song called The Road, the one I can't stop talking about. I want to thank you so much for coming on. You rock, buddy. You have a fantastic
Thank you, man.
rest of your evening. I'm sure you're probably going to bed very soon.
Bed, yeah.
Again, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you soon.
All right.
All right. Goodbye.
Take care. Bye.
Your road is long, mine not so much, and you are strong. Me, I'm not that tough, and you are young. The world is in your hands, don't be afraid. Just try to make your plans and do it your way. They will understand, and if they don't, that's okay. We'll do it anyway. 'Cause it's the road. It's the road. It's the road. Your road is long. You gotta make a choice to be kind. Love your fellow man and to be bold. And try to make your plans, don't be afraid. And try to make a stand and do it your way. They will understand, and if they don't, that's okay. We'll do it anyway. Anyway. 'Cause it's the road. It's the road. It's the road. And do it your way. They will understand, and if they don't, that's okay. We'll do it anyway. Anyway. 'Cause it's the road. It's the road. It's the road. 'Cause it's the road. It's the road. It's the road.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I'm really impressed with that. How about you, Jeff?
Yeah, I love that song. It's got a great message.
It has a little bit. It has a unique sound to it. It's not the same old music that a lot of bands sound like. You know, the same old. There's a little.
He's unique.
Yes, that's what I like. I like the clean guitars, and you could hear different guitars at the same time. It's just not all one guitar and everything else is buried. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got great music. Not only is that song really good, he's got a whole bunch of tracks that we've played on the show. We just haven't played them for a while because we're trying to get through all the new stuff that's been sent because we have a ton of it. And guys, a reminder to send me MP3s, not waves, because I don't have all the time in the world to convert all the waves, and they're really big files. So I would rather just you send me MP3s. It makes it so much easier.
And the 6-minute songs are not preferred, guys.
Jim does not like the 6-minute songs. I don't really like them either. either. You're going to say that, right?
Yeah, 3 minutes, you're like, wait a minute, I have to listen to it for another 3 minutes? You know, I mean, a lot of songs are 2.5 minutes long, so I just want to get in and out. You know? I really like that, though. James, good job on that.
Fantastic job. And again, this guy, James Warr, from the United Kingdom, he needs representation in the United States. And I wish I had more time available, buddy. I would totally do it for you, but there's not enough time in the day to do everything. So I know you guys have a lot of connections out there. Maybe you can help them out, send them in the right direction.
Definitely try to.
Well, we're going to send your information to some people that we know that might be able to help you out. There is this one guy in Cleveland. I'm not sure if he's out there listening or if you can get a hold of him, but his name is Johnny Boback. He's got a company called the Throwback Tribe Agency. He works with a lot of indie artists, and that might be a guy that you want to talk to about representing you in the United States. And he's from Cleveland. Yep. He's a super nice guy.
Cool.
All right. Cool, right? Yeah, James Warr, The Road. Great interview. I had a great time talking to him.
Yes.
I like how he's
fun guy. Fun guy.
Yeah, he's ready to fight, man. He's like, fuck this. There goes an F-bomb. All right, so the paranormal segment, Jim.
I'm ready.
It's the same sound as the shenane. All right, so we're going to do on July 6th brainwashing. We're going to talk about the whole process of brainwashing and the CIA and all the different covert groups that do brainwashing, the whole look at brainwashing. And brainwashing, to me, goes a lot like social media and the media. Okay? So today's paranormal segment is about social media.
I can't wait.
And can you believe all these comments? You guys are leaving comments like crazy.
That's good.
Like crazy.
Nobody's saying go to hell and stuff like that?
Not one person has
really?
said we suck yet.
Oh.
But Matt Guga's like, bring it. I want to hear the paranormal.
All right, Matt. Good to hear from you.
All right, so social media warriors, or we like to call them keyboard warriors. A lot of them have blue hair. Just want to point that out.
And it's not Halloween.
No.
Okay.
But it is scary.
Yes.
And often off-putting.
Very scary in a different kind of way.
Yes.
A horrific way.
Horrific.
My God.
All right, so keyboard warriors are individuals who engage in aggressive, abusive, or inflammatory behavior online, often hiding behind the anonymity of their screens. They frequently use social media platforms to express strong opinions, attack others, spread negativity, studs, frequently without facing real-world consequences, studs. This behavior can manifest as cyberbullying, harassment, or even defamation, studs. I hope you caught my drift with that one.
He's been very vocal this past week.
Yes,
Ooh.
he has. I read some of those to you before the show. What do you think of those, huh?
They were just outrageously outrageous.
I like that
Does
every single post is so angry.
He is.
So angry, and he speaks for everyone else but himself, you know? Okay.
Everything's to the extreme. It's the worst
like
of the worst of the worst.
It's like his bass playing. Extreme lead bass. Nobody wants to play with this guy. Fucking jerk. I said it.
Uh-oh.
I said it, Jim.
We'll have to have a little conversation after the show.
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, so media lies and injustice, misinformation and propaganda. Media may spread false information or propaganda to further their agendas. I think we all know this. Cancel culture was big during the time of Biden's presidency. The libs just love using that social justice whenever their feelings get hurt. Isn't that right, Jim?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cancel culture. It's not so much cancel culture anymore, is it?
It's changed quite a bit, hasn't it?
We're not putting up with that crap anymore. We're not going to do it. So cancel culture operates on social media, involves withdrawing support from or boycotting individuals or entities perceived to have done something offensive or objectionable. It often manifests as public shaming. Shame on you. And can lead to significant real-world consequences. for those targeted. While some see it as a form of accountability or harmful behavior, others view it as a form of overreach and punishment. All right, so check this out. A recent study by Pew Research Center found that 55% of Gen Z respondents believe that cancel culture sometimes goes too far. You think?
You think? Oh, I guess.
We said it at the same time.
On the same page.
Even so. Okay. So they said they believe that cancel culture goes too far. Stifling voices rather than encouraging accountability. Accountability, I hate that word. It seems in 2025, no one has any accountability for anything.
That's right. You don't need to.
After the show, I'm going to have to take accountability for what I said about Stutz. Won't I? I'm just going to apologize now. I'm sorry for speaking my free mind and shaming him on my show.
Are you really, though?
I think everybody knows that answer. All right, so The Hill reported in May 1st of 2019, this is going back a few years, this is a good one. The Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, which is an oxymoron, has been raising eyebrows with its increasingly conversational, and pop culture-filled social media presence. Me and Jim talked about this the other night. You remember that conversation?
A little bit, yeah.
Got heated. Not between us, but we got heated about it. So check this out. The CIA, since 2019, and probably years and years and decades prior, has been inserting themselves into the media. And so it got me thinking, you ever see these posts on Facebook that just say the most outlandish things and they're from like a group page? How much you want to bet that's like CIA operatives sitting over there on their little keyboard warriors?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Triggering people in giving us division in the United States and just testing us and seeing what the sheep will buy, what the sheep will go for, right?
Other law enforcement agencies do the same thing, though, right?
It's the beginning of brainwashing.
They try to suck in the pedophiles and stuff like that, bring interest up, make some post and make it look like I'm a young person and I like to go whatever. So, yeah, they set you up, don't they?
Yeah, I believe so. And I think a lot of the stuff that we see on social media is government stuff, especially during the election. And also, it could also be other foreign governments getting on Facebook or X or different platforms and also posting stuff under certain names, right? And then misleading the American people. And Matt Guka said Blackwater is known for this. I believe they're all known for it.
Blackwater, and there's Black Rock too, I guess.
I
too.
think they're all corrupt, man. Okay, so the future of brainwashing in neuroscience and social media, the Yale University Press in 2023 said, brainwashing is facilitated by limited communication with outsiders and when people are subjected to destructive coercion. How well does that describe the capabilities of social media when it's deployed for disinformation, fake news, stoking fundamentalism, and extremism? Right?
It's kind of complicating a little bit.
It kind of all leads together. It's giving me a broader picture now of how social media is really influencing people. Wikipedia says about the news media, news outlets can choose which stories to cover and how to frame them, potentially shaping public perception of events. For instance, emphasizing certain aspects of a political issue, while downplaying others can lead to a skewed understanding of the situation. That happens all the time. How many times do you watch a press conference or a briefing at the White House and they'll say something? Here's one. Remember when Trump said he wondered if there was some type of like bleaching unit or some type of light therapy that they could do to heal the inside of the body when people had COVID? Do you remember when he said that?
Yeah, I do.
And he meant
Vaguely.
the bleaching of the body. He didn't mean drinking bleach. Well,
next thing you know, he's been telling people to drink bleach.
Drink bleach because the media went wild with the bleach thing. Come to find out, in medical technology, they do bleaching. They just call it something else, where they clean the body from the inside out. Did you know that? And they also do light therapy. They've been working on this for years. It comes from the aliens. I'm sure Monica Souls is out there. She's been watching the show. She could tell us, where did light therapy come from? Right?
We'll have to have her on to answer that.
And My Cleveland Project said the truth is hard to find nowadays.
I don't even know if it even exists.
I don't even know. I don't even know how to base my theories or anything on anything. So they consistently focus on negative aspects of a policy while ignoring its positive effects, potentially influencing viewers to believe it in its entirely ineffective. Okay? Media can exert a powerful influence on individuals and society by understanding how media works and developing critical thinking skills. Individuals can navigate the media landscape more effectively and avoid being manipulated. From CNN, Fox News, and the far left-right, it can be very confusing, Jim.
Yes. Too much so.
Yes. TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts are popular for sharing short, often unverified paranormal experiences. Did you know that?
Continue, please. Yeah, I guess.
Jim, have you heard of the Momo Challenge?
Yeah, I did. I did hear that from you.
The Momo. Are you ready for this one? You'll love this. So, involving a terrifying image and instructions for harmful activities highlights how quickly and widely such stories can spread online. So what they do is they put up these fake, ridiculous paranormal stories like, I saw a 3-headed werewolf out my backyard, and it'll show like this terrifying picture of this werewolf, and it'll tell people where they can find this werewolf by going to certain state parks. And they're called Momos because these people will share them, and these people posting them are just making fun of you. It's called the Momo Challenge, and this is happening online.
Is that something that's been going on for a while?
They probably called it many different things, but look at that dumb Momo.
They got nothing better to do?
Look at that guy's out in the woods with a flashlight looking for witches. Not that I'm saying they don't exist. I'm just saying. It just goes to show how you could post stuff on social media and just have people believe it.
That is right.
And it's the same with politics and stuff. I mean, it's so crazy.
I don't know. But then again, there are a lot of people that are so fed up that they don't believe anything. If I was to hear something like this, I would definitely question it right off the bat. Come on,
And Matt Guka said light therapy is used in mental health.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yes.
Everybody should be on light therapy then at this point. Maybe that's what Trump meant by it. We're all a bunch of crazy people. And Matt Guka said he doesn't believe 95% of it. Yeah, it's hard to figure it all out. And even my Cleveland Project, Dave Polizzi, said it's hard to figure out who's telling you the truth and all that. It's crazy. All right, Jim, do you know what a ghost follower is?
It sounds like it's somebody that follows ghosts, but I know it's not that simple.
All right, so ghost followers are referred to as ghosts and ghost accounts, or lurkers. I like that one. Are users on social media platforms who remain inactive or do not engage in activity. They register on platforms such as Twitter and Instagram. These users follow active members, but do not partake in the liking, commenting, messaging, and posting.
And why do they do that?
No idea. Why would you do that?
I guess a lot of people would join. You mean like someone that joins up for Facebook and they have 20 friends after 2 years? That kind of a person? They join, but they don't participate.
Right. They're cucks. They sit in the corner and watch.
So they're not really a bad thing. It's just...
No, it's just a weird thing that people do. They just sign up for all these platforms and they never post anything. Hey, I dated a girl that had like 7 Facebook pages.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because she kept forgetting her passwords, and then because, let's be honest, a lot of women can't keep their stuff together. No offense, ladies, but she couldn't keep her shit together whatsoever. And she would just have a new Facebook page. She has like 7 of them. I had to block every single one of them.
Is she no? But then again, you're talking about people that are ghosts that don't actively participate in their pages. So she's opening them, but she doesn't really have any activity on them.
No. Well, if she loses one, then she never posts again. So like one's from like say like 2017, there was like 2019, 2020, 21. There's so many of them. Hey, so Monica said blue light can heal the body cells and accelerate healing. Red light therapy accelerates healing, also fights cancer. She said they started to do experiments with red light therapy and realized that they could accelerate healing after surgery with it.
Just a regular blue light. It's not like you could just put on a regular light bulb and put a blue little cover on it and make it blue. It has to do with special frequencies, infrared, ultraviolet kind of thing, I would think.
What does black light do? Lizbel Barrett said at the start of the show, you guys were talking about the sunny, good weather. It was making you feel great. Definitely a form of light therapy and positive mental health. Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Nice point.
That's why we love summertime in Cleveland, because we spend like 11 months in
darkness.
In darkness. It's the SAD syndrome, seasonal immune deficiency, because we don't get enough sunlight. So we should probably be taking vitamin C pills.
God, I love this time of year. I could be outside at 9 p.m. and it's still, you can still see.
Monica mentioned you could, you heard of the med bed before. There's a red light therapy in that situation. She said, you've heard of the red bed before, yes. There's red light and light therapy in it. We live in a holographic fractal, so we are going to be healing with holograms soon. Yeah, very cool.
Fractals, I'm familiar with them,
Yeah,
a little bit.
Cool. Yeah, she's going off here, seeing a lot of good stuff. And she loved the Momo challenge. I'm going to start doing the Momo challenge on Facebook. I'm going to start putting up ridiculous posts.
Yeah.
Just to see who will comment. Just so you guys out there know. It's coming. The Momo.
I'll try to come up with one.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Stutz does it all the time. All right, so social media can lead to changes in brain structure and function in areas related to reward attention. Jim, have you ever seen those videos of, let's just say, large women asking to be rated on Instagram?
Yes.
Attention-seeking behavior.
Yeah.
Stay away from those women, Jim. That's what we call red flags. All right, so...
Thanks for the tip.
So reward giving and attention seeking can activate the brain's reward system, potentially leading to addictive behaviors, and may impact attention spans and cognitive functions like decision making. And that's what I have for you on social media, the brain, and what the CIA is doing to us. Hi, this is Jeff James.
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio. And we have Stadler coming up soon.
Yeah, we do.
So we're going to play some music, all right? Are you ready for this one?
Yes.
So we're going to drop a brand new song for you. You loved this band last week. This band is called Fast Rich, and this song is called Nocturnal Hearts. Check this one out, Jim.
Okay.
From the start, but
You know, it'd be really fantastic if we actually brought ourselves in the scene and people could see what we were talking about for the past 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So we were talking about the last song. Wow, 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 wow.
Good music so far. You have a bunch more, though, don't you, tonight? Like maybe 5 more songs or something?
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of more music. We need to get Henry Stads on the show. We're waiting for you, buddy. You need to just jump in at any time. There was a little delay. We had to fix something on our end, and that's why Janine's pretty said, knock, knock. Who's there? And he said, Matt Guka said, interesting AI work. Isn't it? Isn't it, though?
Yes.
We're going to have a lot of pictures like that. So, Henry, we're waiting for you to jump on the show, buddy. Hit that link. Come on the show. And let's talk about what we have coming up, Jim.
Okay.
So, while we're waiting for him. So, on July 6th, we have Mark Berry coming to the show. Everybody knows that Mark Berry is with AMG Universal. We're going to be talking about some new movies that are coming out. We're going to be talking about The Unsatisfied. They have a movie that they did. We also played them on our show, and Eric jumped on our show last week as well. The Thursday prior with a pop-in. And Mark's working with them, and they just released on another network. So Mark's putting together this whole thing for them. It's going to be really cool.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, you'll like it. I watched the movie. And then on July 13th, we have Lexi Schroll. She's from Nashville. She's a singer-songwriter. She wrote the song Let It Be a Cowboy. I really like that song. We dropped it. I think it was last Thursday we dropped it. And people could check it out.
Did I like that one?
Yeah, you did. You liked it. You thought the production was really good on it.
One of the better ones of that we've been playing.
Yeah, you liked it a lot.
Yeah, I think I really did. It was outstanding musicianship, in my opinion.
Okay, so Jim, why don't you read what we have coming up in the next few shows? Because I have to send something to Henry. He didn't get the link, so I need to send it to him right now.
Oh, he didn't get the link. Oh.
So, guys, while I'm doing this is great because I'm actually sending information. So let us know what we got coming.
Okay, well, next week it says here, Thursday brings The Nation from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. That is us, Outlaw Radio Nation, our Thursday show. It's only an hour, so I kind of like an hour show. They're not as long, obviously, and easier to produce. And it's over sooner, less stress. Continuing, Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 365 from 6 to 8 p.m. is spinning all the music from the Outlaw Radio shows, 2 hours of uninterrupted music. Again, Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 365. That's we're affiliated with them. They're down in North Carolina. Or is that, yeah, right. And they're playing a lot of our stuff. Okay, continuing. July 5th, I'm playing at the Sacred Vortex in Cleveland at 9 p.m. I'm doing 3 sets, probably playing until around midnight. I'm doing originals and covers and some requests. And so come celebrate our independence with a shot of kava. Again, kava is a root that has chemicals in it that makes you feel really good. We go there almost every week, and you really do feel it. It's so you don't have to just drink alcohol and to get a buzz. You could definitely go non-alcoholic and have a really good time and feel really good, and then wake up in the morning and not have a hangover. You could drive home without getting an OVI. There's a lot of benefits in that. And plus, it's a really cool scene, too. It's one of the neatest bars in Cleveland. All right. July 6th, the Outlaw Radio Show with Mark S. Berry of AMG Universal with music by Awaiting Abigail, Freaky Things, Inherently Lost, My Cleveland Project, DSR, Mr. Moonlight, Matt J. Chase, and Allison Galloway. The paranormal segment is about brainwashing. We have the Shanae, the Rant, and a new featured drop. I'm not sure what that is. We also have Mark Farner of Grand Funk coming July 10th. That's what we're really excited about. at 5 o'clock. It's a Thursday. And if you can't see it live, stream, you could always tune in YouTube and watch it anytime you want. Just go to, what channel is that? Your channel, right?
That's right.
Okay.
My channel.
And what's that called?
The Outlaw Radio Show on YouTube?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Because I totally zoned out.
Oh, okay. That's what we were talking about. Okay.
So I have an issue right now, and this has happened before. But, Henry, I don't have your email, and that's how I send you the link to the show. So, and I can't go to it while I'm on the show right now, because if I do so, I'll pull us off the screen like I did the last few minutes. And, yeah, Monica, I did see that. Did we go to the bathroom or something? No. I've been trying to fix an issue of getting Henry a link to the show, and I can't seem to do it because I can't get to Facebook because I'll screw up this whole broadcast right now more than I did the last few minutes ago. And, yeah, that's the situation. So I'm waiting for Henry. I know you're here. I need you to send me the
reply to our link.
Reply to it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, he didn't get a link because I don't have his email.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure I sent it to you, but I'm not sure, man. Now I don't know. But what we're going to do is we're going to jump to a song so we can get things figured out in our end.
That's a good idea.
All right, so here we go. This is Damaged Incorporated. This song called Fallout. This song is our new intro for our show. We just don't have the video up yet. But here you go. Check this out. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Why can't you see? Where do we go wrong? We're living in a toxic world. We're living in a world unknown. We're in a land out of love. We're in a land that's free. Expect us not to fight. But who is the enemy? We should have fought with more resistance. They kept our souls in the shadows, waiting for the fallout. Well, now it's time to crawl out. Can we survive this tragedy? Waiting for the fallout. Well, now it's time to crawl out. Too surreal to see the enemy. What a tragedy. We all now see where we went wrong. We'll rebuild this toxic world, make it a place of truth that's known. In a land out of love, in a land that's free. We don't have to fight. Peace with the enemy. We should have fought with more resistance. They kept our souls in the shadows, waiting for the fallout. Now it's time to crawl out. Can we survive this tragedy? Waiting for the fallout. Now it's time to crawl out. Too surreal to see the enemy. What a tragedy. Control our thoughts. You tricked our minds. You sold our souls for the last time. should have fought with more resistance. They kept our souls in the shadows. Control our thoughts. You tricked our minds. You sold our souls for the last
Fixed everything, guys. We're back. We're going to do Henry Stadler has just joined the show, so thankfully we got everything set up and ready to go here. And just give me 1 second, bring him in. And here we go, Jim.
All righty.
Henry, welcome to the show.
Hello, you guys. How are you?
I'm glad we could get everything stowed away and figured out there for a second.
We're very good. We're glad to see you. That's for sure.
Hello, Jim. Hello, Jeff. Nice to finally meet you guys.
That's right.
You guys are doing great work. I'm not kidding you. It's fantastic. And I
Thanks,
love the interview with James Warr. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Absolutely
it's very cool to hear from people in different countries, isn't it, about music and how it's very similar to us here in the United States as well.
Yeah, it's a struggle for everybody. It sure is.
Yeah, you're right about that. Well, welcome to Outlaw Radio. Thank you so much for joining us. We've been playing your music since the very start of our show. That goes all the way back 7 months, I think, right?
Thanks for having
right.
me. I appreciate it. And your guys' efforts are unbelievable. What you do for an indie artist is amazing. Really is.
Well,
So
nice to
appreciated.
hear.
That's excellent. Thank you so much, man. We do appreciate
And,
that. We
you know,
put a lot of work into it.
I try to help everywhere I can. I try to share everything. I try to do, it doesn't cost anything to do little things like sharing and things like that. So it's very important to reciprocate to, people that are trying to help me out. So.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we appreciate the acknowledgement, and we're happy to help you as much as we can. And yeah, man, we've been loving playing your music since the very start.
Yeah, sorry, Jim. I got a couple ones in there that are 6 minutes or 7 minutes.
That's okay. We'll still play him. We will. I don't mean to.
No.
He means it.
Yeah. Well.
I get it, but there's a couple of harder rock songs that needed to go a little longer than just 3 or 4 minutes. So, but for the most part, I try to keep in that spectrum.
Well, what's very cool about it is one thing is that I laughed about when we first started playing you on the show. We started with the song "Too Many Cigarettes, Not Enough Beer."
Yeah.
The other day, me and Jim were out, and he looked at me and he goes, "That guy had too many cigarettes and not enough beer."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Oh man, you're reciting Stadler, man. That's legendary status right there."
Hey, awesome. Yeah, I wrote that one day going to practice. My musicians, for the most part, are pretty cheap guys. Everybody brought cigarettes to practice, and I was talking to my guitar player, Ed Scher. I said, there's got to be a song here at some point about this syndrome. So I just wrote "Too Many Cigarettes, Not Enough Beer" and penned it from there. So kind of cool.
Well, also the other cool part of that is, and I'm not sure if you remember this or not, but we have 3 categories, and we do the top 5s for every category. We do metal, rock, and outlaw country, the 3 things that we normally play the most of. We don't do a lot of pop and R&B stuff. But
Right.
You found yourself on the outlaw country charts with "Too Many Cigarettes, Not Enough Beer."
How'd that happen?
And you're a hard rock band, man. I was
Yeah,
like, how does that happen? And I'm like, well, people just, the algorithm voted it in for country music. And I thought
Awesome.
that was super cool.
So appreciated. Yeah.
So now you've been on our charts in outlaw country and rock.
Awesome. Thanks
And
so
I
much.
also want to say this too is Jim, the crazy thing is this guy gets legendary status. We have a lot of people out there like Janine and Monica and Matt and Tracy and stuff, and even Troy that share all of our stuff, right? And
Wow.
this guy right here, this guy is I'm gonna say the shareaholic,
Wow.
legendary status.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, so welcome to Outlaw Radio again. And so since we're on the topic of talking about support and the Cleveland music scene, because we talk about it a lot, here's a two-parter question for you. Tell us in your words about the Cleveland music scene from your perspective, and actually a three-parter, what you think it needs and what you think it's lacking.
You know, in 2016 actually was the last time that I played out per se with a band. After that, I took a hiatus and I said it was time to take care of some things for me. And unfortunately, in 2019, I had a stroke. But at that time in 2016, I had seen the music industry go from a 1 o'clock in the morning to a 12 o'clock curfew, and everybody was done. So where we used to start playing at 9 and worked our way to 1 o'clock, now everything changed from 8 to midnight, and that was it. I think there needs to be more live music in clubs again. A lot of club owners have gotten away from it, at least when I was playing, and I still hear the same thing going out there now. A lot of clubs had closed up because of COVID or because of some other reason or whatever. I think opening up and having more live bands it would be a big plus in the city and revitalize a lot of the rock, that needs to be heard. There's a lot of it out there that needs to be heard.
I agree. And you're talking original music because there's plenty of venues playing cover bands.
Yeah, and there's a trend right now of everybody doing tribute bands, galore. I don't know how long it's going to last. It's a fad. In 2015, I wanted to do a all Cleveland music band, playing just all hits that came from Cleveland. And it started out that way, but then the other guys in the band basically took it over, and we turned into basically every bar band you would hear out there, copy band. It was the same thing. We were doing all the same material that we always did. Where we had a niche, it got swallowed up. So what can I say?
Wow, you saying that about the market, that's interesting. And realizing that you're right. We don't have enough venues in Cleveland.
No.
We were talking to another artist, and when we were talking about Cleveland, he was like, you remember Flash Gordon's, you remember the Odeon, you remember all those Peabodys. There were so many venues, and especially for hard rock and metal. But nowadays, you're right about that.
Yeah, there's just not any clubs anymore. And like I said, where in our day or my day, 1 o'clock, hell, things were just getting started at 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, my Cleveland Project said right there, he's like, they used to play 10 to 2, and then Janine Springs said used to go till 2 a.m. And Avoid Dead said headliners used to be the best spot.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's the opening bands.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. But if there was just a push towards that, and we're not making any money selling records. It's not there anymore, thanks to the big conglomerates like Spotify. I mean, 20 plays for one song will net you 1 penny. That's absolutely ridiculous. You didn't know that? Yeah,
I didn't know it was that little.
That's what the going rate.
bad.
That's what the going rate is. And
What
I've
the
had,
heck?
I've had since I released the album 500,000 plays, and I went through CD Baby. Now they take their cut out of it for collecting royalties.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're taking 1750 at 20 cents to make or 20 plays to make a penny, that's a lot of money we could have been making. So we're really getting swallowed up. Peter Frampton once said he had like 250,000 streams of his big hit. Do you feel like I feel?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he made like $25. And I was
Come
just like,
on.
holy crap. That's what the industry's doing right now. And they're killing the artists. They really are. They're hurting all of us, all of us that sweat, bleed, and try to scratch money, put money together to pay for this stuff. And it's just not happening anymore. It's too bad.
And a lot of people don't know this, that when they sign to a record deal, let's take Guns N' Roses for a second.
Right.
They're let's say their double album that they put out, although they made a lot of money off of Appetite, but what a lot of people don't realize is that when they get signed, the record company pays for the studio time. So let's say that's $250,000 to put that album out. Okay.
Right.
For pressing and distribution and the album and recording time, $250,000. Then they pay for the tour, right? The record label put the tour together, and bands mostly just make money off merch. They don't make barely any money on the tour whatsoever.
Exactly.
And then on top of that, the band says, hey, man, we want to make a music video, and we want a helicopter to land us down, and we're going to come out and play our guitars on a mountainside. Well, that all costs money. And record labels don't care. They'll pay for it. So then you have $500,000 up to $1 million into an album and an artist, and you got to go out and you got to work this money off.
Right.
Once that money's paid off, then you could start seeing some.
Then you start seeing some.
And that's why these bands go on the road for 3 and 4 years, because they have to pay that back.
Yeah, it's just dog eat dog. It really is. And corporate. I know they were talking about Congress, and I saw some congressional meetings about it where they were talking to Spotify heads and everything, and Congress sided with us. They didn't do anything about it. It's just they just left it the way it was. So what are you going to do?
Hey, man, everybody has their hands in the pie. Remember when they were talking in Congress about fixing Ticketmaster and how they were price gouging people?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing ever really came of
Nothing
that,
ever.
did it?
Slap on the face, and then the money underneath the, here's some for you. Let it go,
That's right.
American way, man.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Wow, that's crazy. So let me ask you this. You have a lot of material. You've been sending us songs for a while now. And how many songs do you have total?
There's 20 on this 2 CD set that I put out. And like I said, it was coming out of COVID and coming out of my stroke. And my stroke, I couldn't sing at all. I was just stuttering. So I had to retrain myself how to sing. Coming out of COVID, I contacted my producer, Frankie Vinci, who was in Connecticut, and we were just bullshitting on the air, on the phone. And he said, well, listen, dude, I had helped him out monetarily earlier, a couple years earlier. And he said, listen, you help me out. Let me cut one of your songs. And if you like it, fine. And if you don't, no harm done. At least I help, kind of paid you back for helping me. And he produced Someday Soon, which is on the album. It's kind of a mellower tune. And the quality and everything was just spectacular. And I said, okay, you're going to have 19 more. So there's 20 songs total on the 2 CDs.
That's great.
And he begged me to do 2 separate releases. He wanted me to release 2 separate CDs. And I'm like, dude, I could die next week. I said, let's get them all out in a 20 CD, 2 CD set. And they're out there. At least I know they're out there,
Hey,
So
we got to pick up that CD. I want to hear all those songs.
All right,
so we'll have
sure.
to figure that out after the show. But we definitely, I need to hear your stuff.
We'll just tell you where we'll be at this week. I think Thursday night we're going to be at Sacred Vortex if you want to come out there. We'll be out there hanging out with my Cleveland Project.
Certainly pay for it.
I'll see. Well, you don't have to pay for it. You guys doing enough for me. But some of the there's 20 different musicians that worked on this
Really?
album, and a lot of the Cleveland guys, a lot of them didn't want to do it. You know, it's just, why would we want to do your stuff? You know, you get that an attitude.
You mean you
And-
asked them to play on your record and they weren't interested? You mean? Sorry, don't want to do it.
For pay, yeah.
Ha,
There
Yeah,
were
well, you had the same
Call
thing,
me
Jim.
then. Call me
Yeah.
next time.
yeah.
We've had people that we've asked to play, come up on stage and play with Jim at a few shows, and they're like, "Well, how much money are we getting paid?" I'm like, "God damn it.
yeah.
You know how
See,
much promotion we do, and how everybody's gonna know who you are before you get up there and play."
and I love Jim's stuff when he plays it. I'm listening to him. I'm
Oh,
listening.
thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
you're welcome.
Cool. I
Um,
hope they
but
sound
any-
all different, the songs. I think they do.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a list of just a couple of the guys that played on it. There were some local guys. I won't say all of them, but it seemed to be, if you knew this one person, especially from Cleveland, and you were associated with him, then they were too good to play on my album. So, but anyway, Jim Bonfanti from the Raspberries played on 3 songs.
Cool.
Okay.
Totally cool.
Steve Holly from Paul McCartney and Wings played on the summer tune, Coming Up Summer. It's kind of a Beach Boys kind of tune.
Nice.
Richie Scarlett from Ace Frehley's Comet.
Wow, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah, he did 9 solos for me. See, these are all solos that I could have got from local guys, but they wouldn't do it. So I had to get Richie.
That's insane, man.
Alan Green, of course, you know who he is. He
Oh,
also
certainly.
from Breathless. He also did the lead solo on this summer song.
Oh, nice.
Tommy Rich from American Noise and Donnie Iris.
Oh, I know all these.
He played drums on Games and Too Far Gone, the heavier songs. And
That's what we're
most
gonna
of
play
the-
tonight.
yeah, most of these guys I handpicked for each song. So 20 different players, 20 different times. I had have an engineer here. I had my producer in Connecticut, and then we would ping pong the songs back and forth. After I laid down my vocal, they would go to Connecticut, then it would come back. It says, Henry, you didn't do this right. Re-sing
Oh,
this.
my.
And they had to go back to Connecticut. It was a huge project. Took 2 years to just finish it. And then producer ended up screwing me over at the end anyway. So what are you going to
Oh,
do?
jeez. Way to go, man.
Yeah, man. It's just, that's rock and roll. That's
Yeah,
it.
you're right. It's in a roller coaster ride many times, a lot of ups and downs. I get it.
It's rough.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'll say this too. I have an album that needs, like, I've had a few people offer to do it now that, I have Outlaw Radio and I have more of a platform where I can talk to people about recording on my stuff. But before I ever did any of this stuff, I had a hard time finding people to play on my stuff as well.
I believe
Going
it.
back like 3 years ago before I even did any podcasting or anything, Jim, I couldn't get anybody to play on my stuff. They would just pass. I mean, like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. It's
I
kind of
even
weird,
offered
right?
to pay.
That is.
Yeah, I was willing to pay too. Most of these guys I had to pay, except for Jim Bonfanti, Tommy Rich, Norm Isaac, Alan Green. I had to pay a little bit, but there's a lot of good guys that wouldn't even take a penny for the work. And Jim Bonfanti lives in Menor. I'm all the way in Valley City. He had to drive his drums all the way over here. Then we had to carry him down. Then we had to set him up. He did all that gratis. He never
That's a
charged
lot.
me a penny for it.
That's so.
Such a good guy. I'm not kidding
That's
you.
amazing.
I'm friends with him on Facebook just recently.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a
man.
great guy. And if I asked him tomorrow to do some more drums, he'd be more than willing to do it. I know it. So
That's fantastic. All right, let me ask you this question. Since you did bring this up already, the song "Too Far Gone." Tell me about that song. Tell me about what it's about and what it means to you.
it's a lot of these things can just birth out of a bad relationship, you know, and there's a lot of bad relationships that happen. And
You're not
um,
kidding.
yeah, there's, you know, you think you have somebody and then, okay, well, I'm doing something with the girls tonight. And then you go out and then you see her with another guy. And it's just like, oh my God, really? You know, you had to pull that shit on me again. I've been through this 80,000 times and I'm just like, don't want to go through it anymore. So little bits and pieces of that. Um, and then it kind of turns into a woman that ends up going to a bar. All right, she's 30, she's in her 40s, she's still going to a bar and she's getting drinks and she's having her thing. And now all of a sudden she's 50 and she's not going to a bar anymore, but she's going to the bar, but she's making sure that she gets the happy hour. And then she's buying two extra drinks before happy hour expires because now all she cares about is the alcohol and the relationship. Her relationship status is shot. You know, it's pretty much gone. So I got to this feeling where, you know, there's a point where you're just really too far gone to even try to help someone or try to have a relationship with someone anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. It's one of those things that it's just life to me. You know, you go through it. You go through it
Yeah.
too many times.
I'm definitely
So
too far gone for dating
I
at
don't
this
I don't
point.
even think about it anymore.
yeah,
No,
yeah, you
we're
know,
both done.
yeah. I mean, I'm completely happy where I am right now. I don't have to worry about somebody taking half my shit away from me anymore. Um,
You're
I,
right.
I really, I mean, you get married, you're losing half of your stuff if something happens. So,
It's a bad contract for the guys,
oh,
man.
it is,
There's
it
there's
is.
no good part of it for the guys. For the
Nope.
girls, yeah, it's a good deal, but if you're a
Yep.
dude, there's no benefit to getting married at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can be friends, you can have friends, but I even shy away from that, you know, that type of thing anymore. Um, it's just users. You know damn well what I'm talking about. Just users. But yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah, I
what
do.
too far gone's about. And this one is Tommy Rich did phenomenal drums on this song, and my one of my local friends, Michael Jenkins, who is kind of like a session guitarist in the area here, although he's kind of taken a break from it too. But he did me a favor and did the lead solo and guitar work in this song, so he's phenomenal. And I have to add, Kirk Yano did the bass work on it. Now, Kirk used to have a studio here in Parma, but now he's a big producer in Brooklyn, and he's out with a blues guy, King Solomon Hicks. So they're touring
You're
the whole
talking Brooklyn,
country.
New York?
Yep,
Okay.
yeah, and they're touring Belgium, Sweden,
Really?
Switzerland, Germany. King Solomon Hicks, I'll hook him up with you. I'll hook you up with him. He's a really young guy, and he's just phenomenal.
Yeah,
He's
send them our way
I
for
will,
sure.
I will.
All right, Henry. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on Outlaw Radio. What we're going to do is we're going to jump into your song Too Far Gone and play it for everyone. And before we let you go,
Hmm?
give us an idea, like I ask everyone, where can we hear your music? Where can we find you? And what will you be doing next?
Yeah, well, I'm starting to write again. It's like Jim said before. You can't just lay down a song. Although there were a couple on the CDs where I kind of did that with my producer, um, but they're starting to hit me again. So we'll see what happens. I plan on having a release or something. There's talk. If you remember the club Cyrus Erie
Oh yes.
or Spanky's out in North Ridge.
Spankies, yeah.
Well, that's going to be, they're going to have a concert for that in about a year in October. It's going to be a reunion of Cyrus Erie. And there's tentatively, I
Wow.
might be playing a few songs at that show. So we'll see what happens. But it's going to be at Wagner's Country Inn and it's all set, it's booked. So it's going to be a big thing.
Oh, that's
As
cool.
far as my music, it's everywhere. Spotify, obviously YouTube, Apple Music. You can still buy it on Amazon, the digital. You can't buy the physical CDs. I used to have them for sale on Etsy, but that expired, so I'll relist them shortly. But every streaming platform out there, you just have to look for the Stadler logo. So
Yeah, and I have that logo, and we do put it up on the show quite often.
often.
And
Saw
cool,
that.
man. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on Outlaw Radio. We love and support you, bro. And thank you for everything you do for us.
Let's hook up, and I want to get. I want to listen to those 20 songs, so we have to hook up.
Yeah, we'll hook
one
up
of
for
these
sure.
days somehow.
Yeah, love you guys. Really, it means
Thank
a
you.
lot.
All right, cool, man. All right, we're going to play Too Far Gone, and this is Stadler.
There you go.
Hey, thanks so much, man. You have a fantastic night.
Thank you,
be
guys.
Good.
Take care.
I don't know what she's gonna do. Time before she's broke my heart in two. Unaware of what was
That was not the end of Stadler's song.
No, it wasn't. It was just a lead way into the next song. So we're gonna play 2 in a row before we get to the Shenanay. This next song is called the Lovin', and this is by the Unsatisfied. And Eric, this one's for you, baby.
This love has got me hanging around. It feels like a thorny crown. My heart has a lot to give, but you want to tear it apart. Why would you treat me this way? I wanna love you with all of my days. She's had enough. She's had enough of that stuff. She took my love away. Got tough. Oh, he can remember. Here's the kissing and the touching and the drugging, but the loving was all for nothing, yeah. All she can remember is the fighting and the drinking and the dying. No loving, she don't want nothing, yeah, from him. This girl could have been a dancer, but he came on like a cancer. Her world was full of friends and fun, but he sent them on the run. And now her world feels like jail. He can go straight to hell. She's had enough. She's had enough of that stuff. She took her love away. Got her. Oh, he can remember. Here's the kissing and the touching and the drugging, but the loving was all for nothing, yeah. All she can remember is the fighting and the drinking and the dying. No loving, she don't want nothing, yeah. From him, from him, from him, from him.
Yeah, that was the Unsatisfied, man. The Lovin'. She didn't want nothing from me. I like that. Hey, Monica said she's happily divorced. And Janine Springs said, you gotta have to get a prenup. But you know what, hon? A lot of states don't even allow the prenup anymore.
Is that right?
And there's a lot of loopholes in prenups, yeah.
No, certainly. You're still going to have problems. The prenup isn't the solution, all solution to everything, not even close.
The solution is not getting married.
These poor kids nowadays, what are they going to do?
Oh, the Unsatisfied just... Oh, go ahead, Jim. I'm sorry.
You know, the houses cost $250,000 now, and people are still getting $11 an hour and $15 an hour. They have no chance of getting a house, buying a house. And
no, man, the American dream has ended a long time ago. It's very hard nowadays. Hey, so the Unsatisfied's here talking. Eric is the video features my oldest daughter. Very cool.
Nice.
I was telling Jim during the break when your music was playing that you have a movie. We talked a little bit about it on that Thursday that you did the pop-in. But I think you mentioned that it's going to be re-released by Mark Berry this fall, or this autumn into fall. And then you guys also had the movie picked up on another station, like a Netflix-type channel. Can you give us some information through your comments here? I'd like to share it with Jim. So, yeah, that was the Unsatisfied, the Lovin'.
Tennessee band, huh?
That.
Wow.
Really, really enjoyed that. Yeah. I was saying also that we will be having you on, hopefully soon, to do an interview with us. Because we'd like to hear all about the movie, go into more detail than just that little 5-minute pop-up that we did.
There's a lot more than just country music down there in Tennessee, apparently.
Yeah, it's a good time, man.
Wow.
So, yeah, okay. So he said it's available now on Favesome channel. Is that right?
Huh.
or Fossum channel.
Yeah.
I can't read that far. And through Roku.
Oh, okay.
And of course, you could find it on YouTube, guys. And I could also post it up later. He said absolutely about doing an interview. So, yeah, we're super excited about it. And, Mark said, he goes, this guy's been around for a while. This guy knows a lot of guys in the business. So it's going to be a great interview because I'm really looking forward to talking about the movie. And the Mark Berry connection is super cool, too. And Mark Berry's going to be on July 6th. And I'm probably going to bring up the topic of your band. Just like I did when he popped in on the show.
I'm sure Mark has a lot of stuff to say about it, too.
So you heard Stadler with Too Far Gone. We were saying during the break that was excellent. Jim really loved that song.
Yeah.
Jim has a new favorite song every week. And
yeah, I do. Every week goes by, I like this the best. I like this the best. So it just seems to be getting better and better.
The Unsatisfied said it's also featured on the LA Punk Film Festival, too.
Oh.
Yeah. Very cool. Excellent. All right, so, Jim, you know what time it is, right?
Yes, I do. It's time for me to
do the shenanigans.
To read things about stuff.
I get to take a break. It's your turn.
All of you listeners out there, that what I've been talking about the past couple months. I started off with Elon Musk one week, and then we drug that out for like maybe 4 episodes or something, 4 or 5.
Great.
I'm sure people were going, Jim, enough is enough. And then to make it even worse, then I started talking last week about the different types of conservatives. So I thought, hey, man, you better make it fair. So I'm going to go to the other end of the spectrum right now. And I decided to talk about, if I could pronounce this right, Ketanji, Ketanji Brown Jackson. She is a Supreme Court justice right now. And there's a lot of controversy going on right now, but I just wanted to start with a little history of her and where she came from and everything. So this isn't going to be too long. But her full name, I guess, is Ketanji Onika Brown Jackson. So
Jesus. Say it one more time for everyone out there.
Ketanji Onika Brown Jackson.
Damn.
The only way I could remember her name is I flip it around. I says, "What's her name again?" It's like, the rock star Jackson Brown. So that's the way I remember it. And then I even forget that too.
Can you imagine the guy at commencement having to say that? That would really blow.
Ketanji Onika Brown Jackson. Okay.
It's Kanchanki.
So let's go forward here. She was born September 14th, 1970. She is an
good year.
American lawyer. Yeah. And jurist who is an associate justice of the Supreme Court of the United States. Jackson was nominated to the Supreme Court by President Joe Biden on February 25th, 2022, and confirmed by the U.S. Senate and sworn into office that same year. Okay, now talking about some issues here. Was she, in fact, nominated by Joe Biden? Do you think he even remembers? But that's not the reason for this little spiel here. That auto pen kind of thing too.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. I don't even think we've scratched this.
Hooray for the auto pen. Hunter Biden was using the auto pen. Daddy, I pardon myself.
She is the first black woman.
Sleeping. Sorry.
That's okay. She's the first black woman and the first former federal public defender to serve on the Supreme Court. At least they said black woman. It didn't, black person, or they she's a woman. Good. That's good.
What do you mean by you people?
Okay, how do I go on here? On June 17th, 2021 to June 29th, 2022, she was nominated by Joe Biden and was preceded by Merrick Garland, if you remember Merrick Garland.
Yeah.
And on March 26, 2013 to June 17th, she was nominated by Barack Obama and preceded by Henry Kennedy Jr. In February of 2010 to December 2014, Barack Obama nominated her for office. And I guess she's about 54 years old right now. She has 2 children. Her education is Harvard University. She has a BA in Juris Doctor. I guess that's what JD means. Jackson was born in Washington, D.C. and raised in Miami, Florida. She received her undergraduate and legal education at Harvard University.
It's a huge liberal school, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't Trump talk about not funding them or something?
Well, yeah, you know, all their, what do you call it? They have, I can't even think of it now. They have tons of money that they just hold on to, and maybe that money can be used to train people how to fix cars and aircraft and do trade kind of stuff, right? Is that what that? But who knows if that's ever going to happen? I doubt it.
I'm sure Barack Obama and Biden made sure they had plenty of money.
When she was with Harvard University, she served as an editor of the Harvard Law Review and clerked for Justice Stephen Breyer, who she later assumed on the Supreme Court. Isn't that something? I didn't know that. I thought that was pretty interesting. Wow. In 2013, she was appointed by President Barack Obama to serve as a district judge for the United States District Court for the District of Columbia. President Joe Biden elevated her to the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit in 2001, where she served until 2022. Jackson served as a Harvard Board of Overseers member from 2016 to 2022. So she's really been doing a lot of stuff in the past, right? She has a little bit of a history here, a little bit of experience. It sounds like.
It's not like she just got thrown in there.
Yeah, it sounds like if this is a reasonable selection to be nominated as a judge. So alongside Justices Elena Kagan and Sonia Sotomayor, Jackson is considered part of the court's liberal wing right now.
Which isn't much, though, right? There's only a few justices that are liberal. Well, I guess they get appointed by liberals, right? They're not liberal per se, are they? Because they have to be in between, right? They have to be partial, but they get voted in by liberal presidents. Is that correct?
Something like that.
All right.
I'm no expert, but in early 2016, Obama administration officials, can't read that, my eyesight is, vetted Jackson as a potential nominee to the Supreme Court of the United States to fill the vacancy left by the death of Justice Scalia. Jackson was one of 5 candidates interviewed as a potential nominee. In early 2022, news outlets speculated that Biden would nominate Jackson to the U.S. Supreme Court to fill the vacant seat by Justice Breyer. Biden pledged during the 2020 United States presidential election campaign to appoint a black woman to the court should a vacancy occur. Jackson's appointment to the D.C. Circuit, considered the second most influential federal court, was viewed as preparation for a potential promotion to the Supreme Court.
It's almost like a DEI hire,
right? That's pretty much, you know.
'Cause when you're starting to say your next opening will be for a woman or a person of color, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like a DEI.
That is right, and that's...
Why wouldn't it be the best candidate would be up next?
That's what they're claiming, definitely.
Hey, by the way, Matt Kuka said there's 3 liberal judges on the Supreme Court.
The last... They just came out, they voted. What did they do again just recently? The Supreme Court, they said that the federal judges cannot interfere in the president's policies having to do with, say, bombing places and stuff.
Diane said it's pronounced Kuntaji. Kuntaji.
I knew I was pronouncing it wrong.
Hey, what was the name of that movie?
Kuntaji. I won't even remember that. How about if I just say Brown Jackson?
Oh, God.
You know.
No reference to color there.
No, that is pretty weird. Brown Jackson.
Jackson
Brown.
Jackson Brown.
Jackson's potential nomination to the Supreme Court was supported by civil rights and liberal advocacy organizations. Her potential nomination was opposed by Republican Party leaders and senators. The Washington Post wrote that Jackson's experience as a public defender has endeared her to the more liberal base of the Democrat Party.
Way to go, liberals.
Yes.
Way to go.
While her supporters have touted her history as a public defender as an asset during her 2021 confirmation hearing, Republicans tried to cast it as a liability.
You say asset or asshat?
Well, it's the same thing in this sentence. You know, it could be changed.
Asshat. Okay.
On February 25th, 2022, Biden announced that Jackson was his nominee to be an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. Her nomination was sent to the Senate on February 28th. Her confirmation hearing before the Senate Judiciary Committee was held on March 21st. After the Judiciary Committee deadlocked on her nomination by an 11-11 vote, the Senate discharged the committee from further consideration of her nomination by a 53-47 vote. The next day, the Senate proceeded to the consideration of her nomination by a 53-47 vote. The majority leader, Chuck Schumer, then filed cloture on her nomination on April 7th.
Chucky.
Yes, Chucky.
I love Chuck Schumer.
He's a character, that's for sure, man. He's wow, he's pretty crazy. He's badass, I guess. On April 7th, the Senate invoked cloture on her nomination by a 53-47 vote. Later that day, she was confirmed by the same margin. Republicans Mitt Romney, Lisa Murkowski, and Susan Collins joined all Democrats in confirming Jackson to the Supreme Court. She received her judicial commission as an associate on April 8th. She was sworn in and became an associate justice at noon on June 30th, 2022. So she's been around for 3 years right now already, when Breyer's retirement went into effect. So that's, there's so much more to this story, and I guess Jeff and I have to have a discussion as to whether we can continue this next week like we did with good old Elon. We did his history and his business and his family and stuff. Maybe we'll do that here, but maybe not. We'll have to see.
Well, Jim, like I always say, the world is your oyster when it comes to the shenanigans, and you could do whatever you like.
Okay, well, maybe I'll do that.
You're the co-host. It's your segment, just like when I tell Matt Guka when he does the paranormal one what to do. Zach Attack, I give him some ideas. So it's your thing. You do whatever the hell you want.
I have power.
You have power, baby.
I could influence people by the millions.
Yeah, you're like the media.
Yeah. Listen to me.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to play a song, and when we come back, don't you have some stuff that people have commented about?
Yeah, again, we're going to continue another angle to this.
Yes, I want to hear the comments.
Brown Jackson. Recently, there's stuff going on, and I thought I'd read a couple comments that some people are making about her and the problems that might come up in the future having to do with how she became a judge and actually how she's behaving, and she's not regarded as the smartest Supreme Court justice ever by any means.
I guess this is going to be a thing.
But but she was at Harvard. She can't be a dummy, so I don't get it.
About the brown clown. Okay, so here we go. This is The Rising Fall. This is a brand new song. It's called I Surrender. And I surrendered to the bullshit media. Here we go. And when we come back, we'll hear some of those comments, and then we're going to get ready to lead out this show. So we got a lot of work to do on our advertising stuff. We have some stuff to have to get done tonight. So that's how it is in this business. This is The Rising Fall I surrender.
Mother, hear me. It took a precious part of me, holding ransom my sweet captivity. I cannot breathe in the water, can't loose the binds I've tied together. Here is the one I pushed aside. Here is the gun for the suicide. Mother, heal me. It took the fighter out of me, bruised and battered. It brought me to my knees. I felt the nudge upon the shoulder. Put up the gun and arm the soldiers. There is no glory for me now. This is my war.
Oh yeah, the Rising Fall, man.
Man, tonight's been outstanding for music tonight.
Yeah, we have some great
Everything is
music
so
coming
good.
in.
I like it. These songs better than half the stuff I hear on Cleveland stations like MMS.
Hell yeah, man! This stuff should be played on MMS. This stuff should be played on mainstream rock and roll. This is some good rock and roll.
Why don't they have an hour show where they're playing local music? They're just too big and whatever. I don't know if
I believe 107.3 does local music one day a week, I think, or maybe they have an indie rock show and then they have one featured band once a week. I'm not sure how that goes. And I do know that MMS has that, whatever is it, 10 minutes to midnight or whatever it is, and they play one local metal band out of all the national bands they play. But like I said to you that one time, Jim, I was like, what if we had a radio show on, say, WMMS? What if MMS came to us and were like, because that has been talked about, possibly doing something like that. And what if we had a show that went once a week on MMS's, say, podcast? I'm not saying hypothetically right now. We could easily play, since it's our show, we could play local original music, couldn't we? Or would we have to do their national music? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, we'd have to be pretty darn popular and pretty good for them to have the confidence in us to do our own thing on the show that's controlled by the big man and money.
Yeah, that's true. But let's be honest, and I know this is saying a lot. I'm sure this is going to get around, but our show is better than Alan Cox. His show freaking sucks. Let's be honest, man. They talk about farts and they talk about sex stuff constantly. It's not even funny. It's the same stuff every freaking day.
Well, it's all those shows. Half of the people are laughing, and there's nothing funny. We don't yuck it up too much here.
They yuck it up like crazy.
That's not a big thing for us to.
They don't really.
They'll keep laughing for like 30 seconds. What are you still laughing at? Drives me crazy.
I find the sports shows in Cleveland more entertaining.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like
listening.
those.
Yeah, like 92.3 The Fan.
That's what I'm listening to.
I listen to that all the time.
Pretty good stuff there. I forget the name of that show on 92.3, but they're pretty good.
Yeah. So I, in my honest opinion, and I'll say this till the cows come home, Outlaw Radio shows better than 107.3's morning show. It's better than MMS's afternoon show. I wouldn't say we're better than Rover. Rover's really good. I like his show.
It's not bad. It's not as good as ours.
And Matt Guka said it's not MMS anymore. It's iHeart. Sheet.
I mean, you can't refer it as WMMS anymore?
No, they're owned by iHeartRadio.
You don't say WMMS?
I still say MMS.
I do.
The Buzzard Baby.
Huh.
I wish they were number one in Cleveland. I can't believe that 107.3 is better than MMS. But then here we go again. It's a popularity contest.
Yeah, that is right.
So that doesn't even matter. Congratulations, popularity contest.
It didn't matter to WMMS. They didn't win. They could have done a lot more to get the popularity, everybody to vote, but I guess it wasn't that important to them.
I think we should vote in MMS and bring down 107.3. Although 107.3 is non-corporate, where MMS is corporate now with iHeartRadio.
Hey, I like 107.3.
I do. They do play. They have a really good playlist, and they have some really good DJs on there. I think
so too.
We're better than Ryan Lang in the Morning Wang. I think, in my opinion. I'll go out on a limb. I'll say it. I'm not afraid. What they gonna do? All right, Jim.
All right, we're going to talk about, the Supreme Court justice that we were earlier talking about. What's her name? I'm afraid to even say it. I botched it so bad.
Kumanji
Okika. Onika, maybe. Brown Jackson. Well, anyway,
Brown Clown. That's what I'm going to call her, the Brown Clown.
I'm just reading something from the Hodge twins. If you people are familiar with them, that's two dudes.
By the way, Merrill Hodge was a fantastic football player for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. Hodge, you brought that up, and it just popped in my head.
Oh, okay.
Talking about sports.
I bet the Hodge twins, Kevin and I can't remember right offhand both names. I bet they were athletes when they were younger.
I'm sure of it.
Two good-looking kids.
Yeah, crushing it.
So 30 years of judicial activism? Justice Jackson's radical views are a problem.
Who said that?
Well, that's the Hodge twins. I don't know if they have people write for them. But let's be honest. Justice Brown Jackson has shown time and time again that she's wildly unqualified to sit on the highest court in the land. Her opinions ignore precedent, twist the Constitution, and push progressive ideology over law. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would disagree with that, right? Especially the lefties or whatever.
Hey, Elizabeth Barrett said she loves the Hodge twins.
Oh yeah, I do too.
You're right about that. They are good.
Recently, they've seemed to be going kind of both sides, which is good. You know, they're being fair and even, whatever.
Janine Springs said, that's racist sounding, Jeff. Brown clown. You can't call her brown clown.
I didn't catch that.
I thought it was funny, though. Okay, back to brown clown.
So let's be honest. Justice Brown Jackson has shown time and again that she's wildly unqualified to sit on the highest court in the land. Did I ever read that?
She's like Samuel Jackson.
Her recent dissent, embarrassing. Even her colleagues aren't backing her. Legal scholars are questioning whether she even understands the concept of separation of powers. Oh, come on. You know, that's a little too... I'm sure she does understand it. Maybe she just doesn't think it's that important.
Maybe it doesn't apply to her, right?
So SCOTUS isn't...
He understands it, but...
She doesn't care.
No accountability? I don't know.
SCOTUS isn't supposed to be a political playground, but that's exactly what Biden appointed her for. Would you agree with that? It kind of sounds reasonable.
Hey, Matt Guka said he's biting his lip. Don't bite your lip, bro. This is Outlaw Radio. You're an outlaw just like we are. Say whatever you want.
And with Biden's mental fitness under constant scrutiny, how are we supposed to trust the integrity of any appointments coming out of his White House? They've lost credibility, right?
Well, I know, but you could say that on both sides.
Well, yes, certainly, and that's what our show is here. We try to do. We'll blast both sides here equally, so everybody hates us.
Oh yeah, we're well hated completely all the way around.
That's our goal, man.
Our goal is to be hated by everyone equally. That's funny. Jesus, Jim, that's funny.
So it's time to take accountability, judicial standards, and yes, even impeachment.
Again?
When necessary.
But all these people get impeached, but they never lose power. Like, how many times did they impeach Trump and they never actually got him out of office?
And who wants to do it for a third time? Cortez? Was it her? I don't. Oh wait, see, to me she's just Cortez.
Yeah.
Cortez.
Cortez the Killer.
It's like
that's a Neil Young.
Neil Young
right
song.
there.
Yeah.
That's a great song, by the way.
I don't think she's really hot either. I'm sorry.
I don't know. She's got a great body.
So what?
I bet a few drinks in you and you'd be railing her.
No.
Come on.
I don't think so.
I can't mention the girl's name that you were talking about earlier before the show because you know I can't mention it in this context. But if you would have sex with that girl, you wouldn't do Ocasio? I would hop on her.
You would?
Yeah, I would choke her out.
Oh my gosh. We're all over the place
ride
today.
that like a bull,
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's got a nice body.
Oh.
I would take her from behind and grab her by the back of the head like a caveman.
Enough is enough.
All right.
Okay, so anyways, what are we doing? We're talking about that Supreme Court Justice. What's her name again? Brown Jackson.
I don't even say it now.
And this is what a few comments that people are saying. I had not given thought to it, but if Biden was not mentally competent, maybe her nomination is suspect. Duh. That's a good point.
Yeah,
right?
that's a good point.
I mean, I like the way he's putting it.
It is suspect because it's a DEI hire.
Yes, it is.
Right?
You know, those DEI hires for riding those airplanes and jets and stuff like that. I want a good pilot, not a DEI, or I think it should have been DIE.
Hey, you know what Monica said? She goes, "What a nice guy. Why don't you just donkey punch the chick while you're at it?"
Oh, God. Donkey punch?
Do you know what a donkey punch is?
It's
we will discuss it after the show, Jim.
Okay, I don't know what that
We're not going to talk about it now. We'll discuss it later.
You know, she possibly even removable due to exigent, what's that word? Circumstances regarding the appointments by a diminished capacity person. Here's another comment. Justice Barrett was correct in saying that Justice Jackson lacks a basic understanding of the law and the Constitution. Here's another one.
Now, how could that be, though, when she has gotten to this point in her career? As a plug for her, I mean, she did all this schooling in Harvard. She can't be that
She
dumb.
was involved in so many activities, and she did
Come
so
on.
much, and she did this and that. So she has a good resume, you know. You know, Obama appointed her, or if that's the right word, and she didn't win it. But when he was in power, he wanted her to sit on the Supreme Court, and then Biden is president. The next thing you know, she was nominated by Biden, or was it by Obama? It seems to me probably more likely.
Hey, Jim, I have something I want to say real quick. You know how they always said that Trump is like a king and he sits on a throne? The judges kind of sit on thrones, don't they?
I don't even hear the conservatives make that point. Maybe I'm not
They do
listening.
sit on thrones.
You
Those
know-
chairs are giant. They look like kings.
If anybody's a king, it's those federal judges trying to stop, you know, Trump with his actions and stuff. So they're the ones that are the kings. Isn't
Because
that ironic?
they're the last line of defense for the government. They keep the president in check, right?
I'm telling you. Here's another comment. It was obvious at confirmation hearings that she was not qualified for such a prestigious position. We have to blame the senators for putting politics over honest vetting. Another really good comment there. None of them are hate-filled or angry. They're really pretty nice, well thought out and constructed.
Now, is that Wikipedia that you're reading from?
No.
Okay.
The Hodge twins.
The Hodge twins.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with Wikipedia. Well, see, there you
No.
go. If we were reading this off Wikipedia, it would be a totally different story.
Well, my first part of it today.
That's what threw me
That
off.
was a Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I got all that from Wikipedia. I'm not writing this myself. I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm doing this or writing it all. So here's another one. I believe that the president and speaker of the House should be able to petition the Senate for accountability hearings.
Accountability.
The Senate should be able to reverse their original advice and consent. So these are all really well thought out, non-hate, realistic type of comments. Here's another one. And the last one. A biased opinions not based on law or precedent is grounds for impeachment of a Supreme Court justice. It's called the rule of law for a reason. Nothing in Judge Jackson's dissent is based on law. It's just her opinion, how she feels. I added that, how she feels. So don't sue me.
I'm feeling like I don't feel like judging today.
And that is my opinion, and my personal opinion has as much legal weight as hers. None. Wow. I guess I'll go one more. I thought it was curious that she was the first woman of color to be nominated for or sit on the Supreme Court without actually knowing what a woman is. I remember that hearing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Did she have a
too.
hard time talking about that and defining that?
She probably didn't even want to say what it was. There's no way they're going to say what it is. Boys have penises. Girls have vaginas.
Yes, you know, those Senate hearings, both sides, when the Democrats question the Republicans, you know, and vice versa, they always go, this is a question. It's either yes or no. You can't answer any of those questions ever with a yes or no. First of all, the questions are loaded in BS.
Yeah.
And they want you to go into hypotheticals. Why even go into hypotheticals? Would you do that if there's 15 million there? Well, I don't know, because, you know, it's hypothetical right now. I'm not going to answer your stupid questions.
Hey, you know what I always love when they ask like a State Department guy or person in the Pentagon to answer a question, and then they're like, well, senators, Congress, well, I'm more than happy to discuss this behind closed doors. You know what I mean? So it's like, they're not going to tell the American people, but they'll go behind closed doors and spill the beans on them.
And the last thing that any
Hate
of these
that
people
shit.
that are interviewed by the Senate hearings or whatever hearings they are, they're not going to bring in books or notepads or anything to answer questions. They're going in there empty-handed and not remembering anything, and that's all you get out of those stupid hearings. That's my
it's just a waste
rant.
of taxpayer money.
So thank you. That's it for
It's his
today.
rant, man. So Diane Baker said she's an equal opportunity annoyer.
Good.
The brown clown.
We are too here, so we're equally hated, aren't we?
Yeah, we're equally hated all the way around, which we don't care anyway, so
Yeah.
hate us all you want.
Oh, I'm so upset right now. I'm going to go in my little corner. And
My feelings are hurt.
I need a lot of styrofoam to surround my entire body.
I'm going to
so
get
I
on
don't get bruised.
Get on the keyboard and become a warrior. Okay.
Is that enough for tonight, you think, or
I
should
think
we
so.
continue?
Yeah, should we keep going? All right, so we will be back on Thursday at 5:30 with the show The Nation. We have some pop-ins coming. It's going to be a fun time. We're playing a bunch of music, and we're talking about local weird news, and we're talking about the Cleveland music scene and whatever else stuff we want to talk about. But I do want to show you guys something very cool. We just got this the other day. Me and Jim are super excited about it. Check this out. Hello, Outlaw Radio Nation.
Good afternoon, everybody. Mr. Moonlight here.
We have something very big happening on July 10th.
I can't believe it, Jeff. I still am wondering if it's really going to happen.
Oh, it's going to happen, Jim.
Oh, my gosh. I have to call Melissa again just to let her know we're still going to do it, right?
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
She's Mark Farner's publicist. She's the nicest person in the world.
And Jim just gave it away. Mark Farner of the band Grand Funk Railroad will be with Outlaw Radio Nation on Thursday, July 10th at 5 p.m. We're going to talk about his early years. We're going to talk about his new stuff, all the artists and legends he's worked with. It's fantastic. I'm sure everybody's going to love the interview. We're excited about it. Our fans are excited. And we'll be seeing you real soon. Outlaw Radio.
That's cool, right? No, you're cool. You're good, Jim. You can't really hear anything over top of it when it goes anyway. Oh. But yeah, that's Mark Farner. He'll be with us July 10th at 5 p.m. Jim brought him, and we're super excited about that whole deal. And
there's going to be so many more people we're bringing on after this. You know, how can anybody say, oh, no, after Rudy?
Yeah, we just can't announce who they are until we have final confirmations.
That's right.
You know, we can't just go out and say we're going to have so-and-so, you know. And if they don't confirm, we look like morons. We look like momos.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. We want to be legit and try to be as truthful and honest as possible.
Yeah, for sure. So that was a good time. I also want to point this out. I shaved my head because it's 120 degrees in the kitchen. I'm not bald. I actually have hair. It's gray, but I have hair. I just wanted to point that out. I actually have hair.
Yes, you do.
Makes me look like
he does.
Like I'm bald.
But he has a haircut where you don't really see any of it on the sides right now.
Yeah, it's only up on the top.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking about when I grow it back, I'm just going to grow it on the sides and go with the monk look. What do you think about that one?
Don't do that.
You don't think that'll be popular with the ladies?
Well,
I'm doing so well so far.
If you wear your hat, it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's funny. No spoilers and no momos. That's what Liz Bella said. And
nice.
And Janine Spring was like, I was wondering about that, Jeff. Yeah, I cut my hair because, as Matt will tell you, it's freaking hot in the kitchen, and I work in the kitchen still. I tried to not work in the kitchen, but right as it is right now, I still have to do a day job. Can you believe it? Still have to do a day job.
It's called real life.
Yeah, and Distant Sun Rising said, don't forget to vote. She's still in the contest for Rolling Stone magazine, next top hit maker. And they're voting the top 3 on Thursday. I've been voting for you all the way through. And I'll give Jim the information.
Yeah,
so
do
he can
that.
Vote.
Sure.
I'm sure it slipped my mind. But, Outlaw Radio has been voting for you all the way through this whole thing. And we also vote for some of the other people in the other categories. I just can't say who they all are because, it's favoritism, nepotism, whatever you guys want to call it. But
what's Erin's last name? Erin Stoll?
Erin Stoll from Nashville?
Oh, yeah. She's, it's not the music awards or anything, the big ones, but there's a thing going on where she's been nominated for Best Vocalist.
Oh, the Country Music Awards?
Yeah, well, I don't think it's the big one, though. It's some other one. I'm not
it's not the national one, but the CMAs in Ohio or Nashville have one?
I'm not really sure, but you could look her up easy enough on Facebook or whatever, and or YouTube. And congratulations to her to being nominated for these categories. Good for her.
So the Rising Fall just stopped in. Sorry they couldn't make it any earlier. No problem. We're actually going to be getting off air. And we did play your guys' song, Surrender, earlier.
Good song.
Janine Spring said I had a revenge shave by one of my past boyfriends. He knows I like long hair.
And Distant Sun Rising said I should wear a mullet.
Oh.
Matt Guka said, yes, it's hot as hell in the kitchen. My balls stick to my...
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to read the rest.
Okay, more.
See, you almost tricked me there, Matt, you son of a bitch. All right, so the Unsatisfied said his meatballs stick to his...
sauce?
Quarter his loins. All right, so DSR, the Unsatisfied, are going to vote for you. And then Void Dead, killer song, guys. Hell yeah, it's a killer song by Rising Fall. They're killing it. All right, so we're at that point, Jim. What do we have coming next Sunday so we could tell our fans out there to stay tuned? And then we're going to be rocking it out with a couple songs. I'll tell you who those are going to be before Jim.
I already read this.
Yeah, I know, but can you do it one more time because I wasn't listening?
Yes, I'll do it. Okay, next week, Thursday, brings The Nation. That's us.
That's us.
Outlaw Radio Nation from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m.
5:30.
And we also have Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 365 from 6 to 8 p.m. is spinning all the music from the Outlaw Radio station. 2 hours of uninterrupted music. And on July 5th, I'm playing the Sacred Vortex in Cleveland on Lorraine Road, real close to West 25th. What is it, 4013 or something like that, Lorraine?
Well,
I'm starting
Vortex 4125 Lorraine Avenue.
Okay, close enough.
Cleveland, Ohio.
And I'll be doing covers and originals. And and you can come in and try their kava. There's no alcohol served there, but you get a buzz on with their stuff, and that's true. That's absolutely true. On July 6th, the Outlaw Radio Show with Mark Berry of AMG Universal with music by Awaiting Abigail, Freaky Things.
Freaky Things is a great band.
Yeah. Inherently Lost, My Cleveland Project, great band, great people there. We loved recording.
Yes, we do. We loved
studio. DSR and me, Mr. Moonlight,
DSR.
and Matt J. Chase and Allison Galloway. The paranormal segment is about brainwashing. We have the Shanae, the rant, and a few featured drop. What's that mean?
Oh, we're going to drop a brand new song that you haven't heard before.
Oh, okay. We also have Mark Farner of Grand Funk coming on July 10th.
Hell yeah.
We can't say that enough at 5 o'clock. We'll be saying that about every 2 seconds.
Sure it's not 7?
Yeah, I said it was actually on Sunday when I first posted it on Facebook. I gave everybody wrong information, so just apologize for that.
It's all good, man. All right, so yeah, that's what we have coming.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see more stuff from us all this week. Me and Jim are going to work on some advertisement stuff, like we said, when we get off here. Going to take a little break, talk about some stuff, and then get rolling with it. And, yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Outlaw Radio. We're going to close out the show with Jim Bellinger's Quit On You, followed by another dead rock star with a song called Jeff Bridges. And then we're going to bid adieu, and we'll see you guys Thursday at 5:30.
Okay.
All right, sounds great. All right, Jim, let's roll, baby.
Crank it up.
Crank it up.
Never
Here we
gonna
go.
quit
Hi,
on
this
you.
is Justin from the State Line
Never Gonna
Sinners
Quit
over
on
here
You
in the UK,
by Jim Bellinger.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Hell yeah.
She looks a little like everyone, but a lot like no one else. That's why I think she looking so good. She like always getting someone new. There's no chance I'm gonna quit on you. She's a little like everyone, but a lot like no one else. That's why I think she looking so good. You're like always dating someone new. There's no chance I'm gonna quit on you. There's no chance I'm gonna quit on you. Never gonna quit on you. Never gonna quit on you. Never gonna quit on you. Gonna quit on you. Never gonna quit on you. Never gonna quit on you. Never gonna quit on you.
Maybe I could. I conjure up enough courage to walk inside into a place that I know no one knows me. Oh, I give a shit about it. But I know you'll be in there. I've known you since grade school. I don't know if you noticed me as much as I have been lately noticing you. Tell me that only with your eyes. Tell me maybe I could walk on over the rocks. You know, by the look on your face, you'd rather be anywhere than here with him now. Tell me, but only with your eyes. The same you say the word now, I'll be running to your side. Feeling me to escape, honey, I'm your man. I take my hand and we'll go running high. Maybe I could be your Superman tonight. Fly down and pick you up, sweep you off your feet, and take you higher than you've ever been now. Tell me that only with your eyes. Tell me, you say the word now, I'll be running to your side. You feeling me to escape, honey, I'm your man. I'll take my hand and we'll rolling high.
Maybe you would, or maybe we should.